The world is on the brink of monumental change, with an undeniable shift in the air. The most crucial aspect of Bible prophecy and eschatology is the understanding that history moves along a deliberate timeline. There is a beginning and there will be an end. The events unfolding globally are not random. They follow a divine plan. Every news headline, every shift in political dynamics, and every unprecedented natural disaster are not mere coincidences, but part of a purposeful narrative written by God. The world feels different now, doesn't it? There's a palpable tension, an undercurrent of unease. We seem to be at an inflection point in human history, with daily changes hinting at a larger narrative at play. This narrative isn't a product of human imagination, but a divine script laid out in biblical prophecy. Consider the prophetic words spoken thousands of years ago now manifesting before our eyes. The Bible speaks of wars, nations rising against nations, and natural disasters, which are now present realities. Moreover, Revelation 13, 16, 17 foretells a global economic system where no one can buy or sell without a mark. This aligns with the rise of digital currencies and the push towards a cashless society. However, today we focus on Revelation 6, which discusses inflation. Inflation, the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services rises, erodes purchasing power. While the specific word inflation does not appear in the Bible, the concept and its effects are indeed discussed. As of 2024, the national debt of the United States has surpassed $34 trillion. To comprehend this, consider that it would take 93.7 years to spend $34 trillion at a rate of $1 million per day. Other countries also have substantial national debts. Japan exceeds $13 trillion, Italy over $3 trillion, and the UK around $3 trillion. Who do these nations owe this money to? The Bible has much to say about inflation, often exacerbated by war, supply chain disruptions, and greed. During the days of Israel's King Jehoram, the Arameans besieged Samaria, leading to extreme inflation. 2 Kings 6, 24-25. Another example is found in Lamentations, describing the dire conditions during the Babylonian siege of Jerusalem, Lamentations 4, 9-10. The Bible also condemns practices contributing to inflation, such as price gouging and dishonest measures, Proverbs 11:1. Global inflation is predicted during the end times as part of God's judgment on earth. Revelation 6:5-6 describes a time of severe economic distress, with hyperinflation making basic necessities unaffordable. This prophecy indicates a future period of unprecedented global economic turmoil. We are not living in the Great Tribulation, but the reality of inflation today reminds us that riches are fleeting. Much of the current inflation stems from greed, as seen in the 2008 financial crisis. Banks, driven by profit, engaged in risky lending practices, leading to a global financial meltdown. Greed isn't just a problem for politicians and businessmen, it also affects churches through movements like the prosperity gospel. The worship of money sells a lie of fulfillment. While money can make life easier, it won't fulfill the deep longing only Jesus can satisfy. The Bible warns against putting trust in wealth, Matthew 6:19-21. Our true security lies in our relationship with God. In times of economic instability, we need Jesus. First, we recognize him as our Savior. Then, we know him as Emmanuel, God with us, especially in troubled times. Isaiah 43:1-2 reassures us of God's presence during every trial. God promises to be with us through every difficulty, including economic challenges. Despite rising prices and economic uncertainties, God's promise remains. He is with us. Revelation 6:5-6 speaks of future economic hardship, but even in such times, we do not need to fear. God's presence is our assurance through every financial challenge. As we navigate the current economic landscape, let us remember that God is with us. He is our Emmanuel, guiding us through every trial and offering peace and assurance. Trust in Him, for He is with us now and always.